Hey guys, welcome back to my next Halloween video of 2019. I am going to be creating a Queen of Hearts type makeup look. So yeah, if you want to see how I created this look, then just keep watching. I first outlined around my eye just a heart with the NYX Wonder Pencil just to kind of map out what I was doing. And then I kind of just moved on to my eyes. This look, you'll see, kind of jumps all over the place because I wasn't quite sure like what I was going for at first. So obviously the Queen of Hearts has a lot of red in her look, so I started off with kind of just doing a traditional red smoky eye on my eyelids. I really didn't want to go too in depth with the eyes because I just felt like with the heart around the eye and everything like that, it was just going to kind of take over anyway, so I kind of just did a blown out smoky eye with some red, a few red shades that I had in my collection. You can obviously use whatever red shade that you have. And then going on with liquid latex, you can also use Prosade. I'm just going around that heart shape that I created with the NYX Wonder Pencil, and this kind of acts as like a glue. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take tissue paper and I'm just going to place that right on top of the liquid latex and kind of shaping that to my eye and creating that heart shape that I want. The tissue paper is really flexible, so you can really kind of create whatever shape you want, and I go in and pinch it as well just to make it skinnier and raised a little bit just so it looks like I have like a scar of a heart shape. The key to this is also putting some layers of the tissue paper on top of each other, so you kind of make the heart shape once and then you put some more liquid latex and go over it again with the tissue paper, and then another layer of liquid latex and another layer of tissue paper. That's going to make it look really raised, and so like the more layers that you do, the more raised the wound, I guess, looks. So this whole thing kind of took me like 30 minutes, so this is just the most time consuming part of this whole look. A faster way or easier way that you could do this is just to buy a heart at like a heart prosthetic at a Halloween store, but this is just a kind of easy way to create it on your own. This liquid latex is from Ben Nye. They have a lot of good like Halloween products that you can use to create Halloween looks. So I'm really just kind of creating the shape that I want and kind of manipulating the tissue paper in the shape that I want as well. Traditionally, if this was a wound, you would go over the white with foundation, but I just didn't feel the need to do that with this look. So what I did was I just went straight in with a red eyeshadow and just kind of painted right over the heart, and I also kind of shaded around it just to make it look like it was like infected and like really coming out of my skin. That's how you kind of make it look the most realistic. And then I also shaded inside the heart. I don't want to really paint inside the heart too much, but I do want it to be shaded a little bit red, just because I want this overall look to be more red than anything else. And then I go in and shade around the heart with some black eyeshadow. This is really going to make it look more dimensional as well. And especially once you put the blood on, it's going to make it look like the cut is deeper in a little in some areas. And it's really just going to make it more 3D and lifelike. For my brows, I really don't like to do the whole like covering up your brows with glue and like creating new brows type thing. So you could obviously inside the heart cover up your brow. I just decided not to. And what I did with my other brow is I kind of just filled it in as normal, and then I went over it with a red eyeshadow just to incorporate some of that red into the look. Um, and in the beginning, I forgot to state this before, but in the beginning I started out with my base as usual, with just foundation and concealer and powder. Next I'm going in with contour. First I contoured with a normal bronzer, and then I went in and contoured with a red shade. And what I did was I did my normal contour, but then I kind of took it down towards my chin a little bit, and that's going to kind of give us more of like a sunken in heart-shaped face. So even though we're like it's not a super intense heart shape, I just kind of overall wanted the look of our face to be a little bit more heart-shaped. So what I did was I used a big fluffy brush to blend out the contour, and then I went in with a little bit more precise eyeshadow brush and kind of contoured a little bit more, and then I went in and blended it out as best as I could. And then I wanted to bring that red color onto my forehead as well. And then moving on to the lower lash line, I just shaded my lower lash line with some black eyeshadow, and then on the side with the heart, I kind of took the black eyeshadow down a little bit in a triangle shape underneath my eye. Next, I took some black eyeliner and I kind of drew a line from my lower lash line of the eye without the heart. And I didn't know really where I was going with this, so I decided to put a spade, I think it is. Yeah, it's a spade. I put a spade kind of hanging from that line, and I don't know why, I just thought that it just kind of went with the whole card theme, and that's just what I decided to do. And then since we are the Queen of Hearts, on the other side of my face, I just drew some hearts with that same NYX Wonder Pencil, and then I went over it with some white eyeliner, and then I also filled it in with some red face paint as well. And then that little symbol on my cheek, ignore that. I turned that into a heart in the middle because I didn't really like what I was going for right there. This next part is kind of what I think pulls the whole look together. So what I did was I took a card and I cut a little heart, like a half of a heart out of it, and then I kind of stuck it behind that liquid latex and tissue paper. And it kind of just looks like a card is like coming out of your skin, and once you put the blood on, I think it looks really cool. Next, for my lips, I outlined them with some black eyeliner, and I kind of made the cupid's bow a little bit more heart-shaped, and then I filled it in with some red face paint. You can also use liquid lipstick or just a regular lipstick, whatever you decide, and then I kind of went in the center just to create an ombre look, and I put some black face paint in the center. Like I said before, I just go in and fill in all of the hearts with red face paint. I originally wanted to leave them white, but I think it looks a little bit better filled in with the red face paint. And then I'm using Ben Nye Dark Blood. You can also use Scab Blood, but I thought that the Dark Blood did a really good job of getting the look that I wanted. And I kind of just went over the entire heart with that blood, and I built it up as best as I could. I didn't want any white showing, but I really liked the effect that this gave, and it just made it look that much more real and dimensional and lifelike. I also put some blood on the cards, and just kind of had fun with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Queen of Hearts Halloween tutorial. I've actually been wanting to do this look for about 3 or 4 years now, and I just kind of never got around to it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!